Hello. It's been a little bit. We have an energy report today. This is August 1st, 2023. We have a beautiful full moon tonight. We are also coming into a new gate energy with the sun. And so the sun actually came in yesterday to gate 33. It is coming from our throat, connecting down into our G center. And so really talking and retelling is this energy. And so the challenge that we're going to experience for the next 6 days, what we are experiencing through the sun's energy, is to learn how to share our personal narrative that reflects our value and our worth. To share the narrative when it serves the intention to serve, improving the direction of others. To share history in an empowering way. And so coming from the throat, going into our G center, all about our direction, our drive, our purpose, right? What we're here to do, and really learning how to share our stories, share our direction, our drive, what we're passionate about, where we want to go in ways that uplift and empower others. And so with that energy, we now have the energy of the moon. And so the sun is always what we want to express out into the world. And so as we are sharing these stories, right, is things that we want to share with others so that we can make this little ripple. And now the moon's energy is always our motivator, right? It's something more personal, something more that's going to touch us personally, that's going to kind of fuel us, that's going to kind of kick us in gear, that's going to kind of make us feel, reflect, do something. Right? And so the full moon energy is always about releasing and letting go, and letting go of what doesn't serve us anymore. And so the moon is coming into gate 19, the gate of attunement, really learning how to find that alignment, that attunement. And so this powerful full moon promises to be deeply emotional with a lot of potential for intensity and drama if we don't manage our energy effectively. This moon is shining her light on our relationship agreements and invites us to explore whether our relationships are reflecting our values and our value of ourselves. If not, this powerful energy will help you rewrite and renegotiate your relationship contracts in a way that support you and your partner in creating the intimacy and the connection that you truly desire. This moon is asking us to explore our personal narrative and inviting us to rewrite any inner story we may be holding on to that is causing doubt in our own love ability. What old wounds and experiences do you need to release or transmute in order to stay fully receptive to love and strongly proclaim your value? And so really looking at our own value, our own worth. And this is really important as we have the sun shining in that retelling. So we're having this opportunity to retell our stories, to also rewrite our own stories on maybe our own wounds about relationships as we are coming up and experiencing these. How can we look at them, look at how we were wounded, how we were hurt, and how can we shine a new light on that? How can we also take those experiences and bring them forward and maybe look at the relationships that are in our life now and learn from the past and see if we want to repeat this pattern or see how we might be able to break it. And so this energy is potent and it's potentially emotional. And so with this degree of emotional potential, be sure to make sure you take your time before making decisions, and also make sure you're listening to your strategy and your authority. Remember that there are a lot of strong energies out there, and that doesn't mean that they are an excuse to be emotional and to react the way that you are reacting, but it's a way to help explain maybe why you are experiencing a heightened sense of an emotions, and kind of to pause with it, to sit with it, to see if it truly is your emotion, and to remember that if you do not have a defined solar plexus, that you might be feeling somebody else's heightened emotions that could be going on around the full moon and that they are experiencing about their relationships. And also, before we really make any decisions about our relationships, kind of take inventory, look at the stories that we have in this relationship, look up the the triggers, the things that might be coming up because of other relationships, and see how can we bring attunement, right? This energy, this full moon, is about letting go of things that aren't serving us to bring us back into alignment. And so it might be emotional, but what it's really doing is helping us cleanse and get rid of so that we can feel more powerful and trust their divine inspiration. And so coming from our root center, knowing that when the time is right, it will feel right to release, to let go, to have these conversations, to look at these relationships. I just want to check here too on this. I wanted to see, so it's to learn to be that conduit, right? To be patient and to wait for the alignment and the right timing before taking action. To be at peace with the stewardship for ideas, and to learn to trust the divine trajectory of an inspiration. And now what's interesting with this is that with our relationships, we hold on to so much attachment, right? To who they are, to what relationship they are in our life, whether it's a family member, whether it's a significant other. And sometimes we need to realize that maybe they are just our divine person for that moment. Maybe that they are just coming into our life for this moment, for this season, to help us learn something, to help us be that conduit, right? To learn, to receive, to understand, and then to help release, to let go. And so as we are leaning into the timing, right? And learning to fall into that timing and listening to the timing, of our intuition, of our body, of what these emotions might be telling us if we are in a solar plexus authority, or giving ourselves a moment to listen to the yes and no questions that our gut is saying, or the vibes that our spleen might be giving us about this person, about this relationship that we're having. And so sitting with and realizing that this is to help bring us back into alignment, and to not attach to what we could be losing because of the title that we might have given somebody. We get Tantra in reverse. And so definitely something that we might need to check in on, to pay a little bit more attention to. 83, Tantra is all about tuning in, being aware, our balance of our masculine and our feminine. Is there an aspect in yourself that you are denying, shaming, or judging? Are you suppressing any shadow emotions such as anger, sadness, or loneliness? The wounded masculine creates feelings of separation, increased ego, competitiveness, and emotional detachment. The wounded feminine causes jealousy, gossip, low self-worth, a need for external validation, and manipulation. Take a moment to reflect on what you are observing within and around yourself. Our external world is a reflection of our internal world, steering us in the direction we must examine and heal. And so as we're talking about this attunement of this relationship, this can also be a relationship within, right? Our balancing ourselves of our masculine and our feminine, of listening to the needs, of also listening to our body, our authority, and not so much getting stuck in that head, in that logic, that masculine side, and balancing it with that femininity, but also not leaning so much into, oh, if I just sit back, something will happen. We still need to take that actionable step. And so there needs to be that fine line, that fine balance, and that Tantra, that balance of that heightened awareness, of also bringing in that balance as we're looking at our relationships, as we're looking in at, are we both putting in our equal energy? Is it sustainable? Is it sustainable for both of us? Is this something that is bettering both of us? Is this something that is going to help us both evolve, right? And so remembering that there's two to tango in a relationship. And when we're looking at those relationships, sometimes maybe it could sometimes be us that might be holding that other person back, and to not take it personally if something in that relationship should end up happening because the other person says that it's their time to go, and to not have onto that attachment, right? To look at it as a divine inspiration of knowing that it's their time to leave, their time to go. In our last card tonight, we get 13, the Bastet of 174 hertz. We get to the cat energy, this cat energy with so much sacred geometry inside of her. 13, and it opens to 31. We still got the numbers there. And so 13, I don't know if I've had this card before. Okay. You've been moving so fast for so long that you're not realizing how wound up you've become. Gently unwind now to drop into a deeper, slower healing rhythm, and you will restore your body, your mind, and your soul. Things seem too difficult right now shall soon seem so very manageable and even pleasurable to accomplish. The Egyptian cat-headed goddess of dance, festivals, birth, healing, and sacred potions is known as the Bastet. Her sacred cult was one of beauty, pleasure, and enjoyment. Worshipping her was not about ignoring the problems that were part of being alive. In fact, just as cats can see in the dark and are natural and skillful hunters, Bastet was often called upon for the psychic protection from the hidden negativities and to secure one's life force and enhance one's vitality. In her role as a healer and the creatrix of magical healing potions and sacred perfumes, she integrates healing with pleasure, relaxation, and a sensual connection to the physical world of nature, including beautiful natural oils, jewels made with precious and semi-precious stones. The Bastet shows us how to slow down and to smell the roses while applying the perfumed oil to our bodies and breathing in the high frequency scent to protect and to soothe the heart. She is the guardian and the guide to this sumptuous feminine paradise and brings healing and willingness to connect to the earth and the body and the capacity to experience sacred healing, playfulness, exuberance, and natural states of joy. The healing frequency of 174 is known as the pain-relieving frequency. It's a natural anesthetic, and it's a musical version of the similar low-frequency purring of the cat. The cat's purr is considered medically therapeutic as a 174 hertz. This frequency creates an experience of grounding and slowing down, and it involves deep healing for the body and the mind, providing love and peace to the organs and the tissues, strengthening your bones and your soul. This oracle asks you to slow down and take time to heal, rest, relax, and enjoy your life. Then you can more effortlessly be a source of positive energy. We deal with issues far more effectively from a place of peace and relaxation than from stress. If you're interested in exploring any of the sacred arts of pleasure, including music, sound, food, touch and massage, healing, play, dance, celebration, art, color therapy, or healing with crystals and oils, this oracle encourages you to do so. Such avenues are authentic and helpful for your healing. You've been too hard on yourself, and it's time to be kind. Question and heal any guilt and shame that have prevented you from enjoying the natural pleasure of your body. You are encouraged to enjoy life. Your delight can be a source of positive energy for yourself and for others. This is the gift of the Bastet. It reminds us that when we are moving too fast, we will miss out on much, including being present for and sharing ourselves with our loved ones. Believe in the happiness and the healing of your heart, and you can create and attract. Yes. How beautiful. What a beautiful ending of the whole message of waiting for that divine inspiration, knowing that there is divine inspiration, knowing that we don't need to rush, that we don't need to force, that we don't need to push, that we need to find this tantric balance, and that we need to enjoy and to relax and to listen to the purring of the cat and to find that play and that deep, deep natural state of joy. Find the alignment, find the attunement. Use that as your motivator with this full moon. Sending you all so much love.